Welcome back to another hot day on the Finca. Just had our breakfast.
Yes, very nice.
You've got to eat, keep your strength up. Yes, it's a bit cooler today. Not cool, but a bit cooler. 36, I think, we're forecast for. I'm not sure what it is in Fahrenheit. So yeah, what are we on today then?
I've got to take a trip into town to the Chinese bazaar. Need a few bits, so it was a great place to get everything. As you've seen on previous video, they sell absolutely everything. So, and pick up a few supplies whilst I'm there. And then when I get back, mundane things for me today, I'm afraid. Housework, washing. What are you up to?
Carry on with the ceiling in the downstairs loo. Certainly want to get to where the fan is, get that bit done. See how we go with time with that, because we need to get onto the floor as well, because I said we've got guests coming next weekend now.
We've got a week to get the floor done.
So, and that should be easily achievable, really, he says. So I've ordered 20,000 litres of water for Monday morning. It's Saturday today. So I've got to look at getting this tank done. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Now we've still got 2,000 litres in it. Just doesn't go down.
Maybe.
Well, it's certainly not leaking at that point.
Oh, good.
So what I'm probably going to do, because we're low on the watering water for the plants, I'm going to decant another probably 300-400 litres of that. I need to get it down to about 1,000 litres so I can wade in it with my wellies on and get it sealed up. So I'm going to have a look at that today as well. And we're going to plant some leeks, aren't we?
We are, yes.
Because
our one and only baby leek that was in the bed where the salads was has died overnight.
Yesterday, the temperatures yesterday just finished it off. And we have got some others that we sowed a few months ago, but same again with the brassicas. They're all growing amazingly, and the carrots and the other things that we planted in July, they're all doing fantastic. So leeks take 6 to 7 months to grow. So we figure if we get the seedlings going now in our shady potting area up there, we should have some leeks in the winter. We're going to try. We've got nothing to lose. It's a pence cents for seed. So we're going to give that a go as well. So I'm sure there'll be other things pop up as well. There always is. There's always something new to do. So yeah, shall we crack on?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. We're slowly getting the pieces in. Slowly working our way along. Get the airline in here. Come on. I think this is the first one. I think 3 more, and we should be in a position there. We've got to cut this. The difficulty of cutting the fan out. Let's get them in anyway. When you're using a nailer, it blasts a jet of air out the back. You can see that slot there. But you can rotate this round, but it's not in your eyes. You could always wear safety glasses as well, of course. I'll make sure it's pointing the other way. And when you're fitting cladding on the ceiling or anywhere, floorboards, always make sure you leave a little gap around the edges to allow for the boards to expand and contract, because it is a living thing, sort of. Okay, so I'm in the dark again now. I've had to disconnect the power, so I need to disconnect the fan now, because I'm coming to the 2 boards that go over it. And remember, I've got a permanent live in here. I've marked up my wires, so I know which is which, so when I connect them up, they'll be the same way. And all we do is just unclip them, take them out. So these connectors are fantastic things. And set him to one side for a moment. Right, the power's back on now, so I can see what I'm doing. I'll just shove these wires to the back, and then get these last two boards in. Then the difficulty is lining up the hole through the boards for the extractor, the escape thing. This is all piped to the one upstairs. They're both joined together. It's just steel tubing, and they meet upstairs and both bent out the same way. And each fan's got a little non-return valve on the back of it. So, for example, when the fan upstairs is on, it's not exhausting here. It can't, because that wouldn't be good, would it? Right, so let's get these last two boards in. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Because obviously when the last board's in, I won't be able to see the hole. So what I've done, I've just stood directly underneath it and drawn a little line at each side that I can line my hole cutter up to. Hopefully that'll do it. It's got to, hasn't it? If anyone knows an easier way, let me know. Okay, so the last piece is in. The last piece for now. I've had to just whittle away at that to get it to touch it round that vertical there. Right, so I'm going to get him pinned in position. You can see my marks there, 2 marks I've put on, if it'll focus. Where I'm going to be cut out for the fan. So we'll get it nailed, and then I'm going to get a bigger hole cutter, a hole saw. I have many, and get it cut out. Alright, so here goes nothing. Put my safety sunglasses on to ensure I can't see anything. We've got a big hole cutter this time, a red one. I reckon about there. Dust yourself off, remove safety sunglasses. Let's have a look what we've got. Crikey, no fun, you know. That is pretty good, actually. I'll show you. Hang on a minute. Take it off here. There you can see the hole and the pipe. Don't know what you can see, but it is actually lined up pretty perfectly. Right, so I'm going to stick the fan back in now. You can make out anything in here. Right, so I've got the wires pushed down through the hole for the fan. First thing I need to do is connect them back up. Oh, you know what? I didn't mark the line. Stupid boy. I'll have to go and get my meter. I thought I had it all covered. Right, okay, so how do we tell which is our live and which is our switch live? The one I marked with the blue is the switched live. I know that because I marked it up that way. But out of the other two, one's neutral and one's the permanent live. So, just to put the lights on, so the switched live, we hold that up there, and it does that. So, if I do the same to the other two, one should bleep like that and the other one shouldn't. So I'll just try a random one. Get them out of the way, interference from the other one. Right, and then we'll try this one. Right, so I know that's me live. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick him up through there for a minute. So that's my neutral, that's my switch live. Check it just to make sure. Yeah, nothing there. That one's live because the light's on. I turn the light off just to prove it. Nothing there at all. So I can knock the power off again and connect them back up. So it's all wired up. Just left it hanging for a second while I test it, because if I've done something wrong, I'm going to have to take it all out again. So if we switch the light on, the light should come on and the fan should come on. And there it is. You can see, or maybe you can see the valve on the back. Well, a little bit of plastic film. But when you switch it off, well, it's going to run on, isn't it? Or it should do if it's wired up properly. Yeah. And that'll only open one way, that valve, so you can't get anything coming back in from another fan, for example, like the one we've got in the bathroom. Right, I'm going to leave that now for 3 minutes to knock itself off, and then I'll just beat then my meter, and then I try and get it in place. Okay, it was a bit fiddly, bit of a struggle, but it's in. All we have to do now is make sure it's straight, pop a couple of screws in it to hold it in place. One. And that's 2. Could you pass me the cover, please? The white thing on the worktop. Thank you. And we'll just pop the cover on. God, that's like killing me, stretching up all the time. Not good. And which way does it go? That way. Lovely. That tidies it all up. Keep going. Go on. Why won't it go in? That's it. Right, excellent, fan's done. And what next? We'll have a look.
Well, I'm just back from the Chinese bazaar. It took me a while longer than I anticipated, as there was some kind of incident on the main road from town. The police had cordoned everything off, so I had to turn round and take the tractor route home, which is not very good for our new tyres, but I got home safely, and that's the main thing. You may remember from the other day when I was cleaning the stones in the wall in the loo, the downstairs loo. I jokingly mentioned about my poor old scrubbing brush, the state of it. We had a lovely lady, Janine, in Florida, that has sent a donation for me to get some new brushes. How exciting is that? So that's why I was at the Chinese bazaar. I bought myself a little one, which will be better for getting in the small areas between stones, a bigger one, and a lovely wire brush for when I've done my pointing, just to clean off all the excess mortar. So thank you so much, Janine, that's absolutely fantastic.
Okay, first of all, we just reviewed some of the earlier footage from today, and we have to apologise, the sound quality is absolutely dreadful. Hopefully we've managed to rectify the problem and it's better now. It's just a budget camera that we've been using, and we didn't expect, you know, great things from it, did we?
No, but We've actually just bought a new microphone because we blamed it on the microphone. A universal fitting microphone, and it actually doesn't fit our camera, which is a bit disappointing. So yeah, it's all been a bit of a problem. If anybody can recommend a decent quality camera at a reasonable price, because obviously we've got loads to spend on the Finca, but this is our job now, so we do need to have a decent camera. So please pop it in your comments if you can recommend anything that fits that description.
All the rest of our tools are decent. Possibly the most important tool we've got, rubbish basically.
Yeah, sadly.
We get better recordings on a mobile phone, but it's not practical for us to use a mobile phone. And the camera that we need, it needs to have an external microphone mount and plug-in thing. It needs to have a tripod mount. Is it called a cold shoe and a hot shoe for the microphone? It needs to record in 720p, because that's all our computer can cope with, because that's steam driven as well. Yeah, so if you do, just pop it in the comments. We were actually looking at something like a Sony ZV-1, but it's €700. Oh, it's a bit pricey, isn't it?
Too much for us at the moment.
A bit pricey. So yeah, so apologies for the quality. Hopefully it'll be a bit better now. We won't know until we edit this. Anyway, back to the task in hand. We're going to leave the ceiling there, because we need to get on with the floor next, because our guests are coming. The ceiling not fitted to the end is not going to affect them, is it?
No, but the floor might.
It will, for sure.
Will.
But before we can do the floor, I need to get the plumbing in place, because that's going to be under the floor. So that's probably going to be Monday.
Monday.
Now.
We've ordered a sink, so we collect that on Monday.
Collect some concrete and things.
And some concrete.
But tomorrow, which is Sunday, not a day of rest for us, unfortunately, because they've got 20,000 litres of water coming at 8:30 on Monday morning. So I need to have a look at this tank. We've decanted some of the water into the IBC.
Yeah.
It should be a paddleable level tomorrow. So I'm going to try and seal up to stop it from leaking. It's not a lot, it's only the top bit of it. So yeah, it's a disappointing video. We do apologise once again. We do try our best, but yeah, it's
technology's let us down.
It's rubbish. But if you have enjoyed it, in spite of the sound, if you've managed to battle through it, if you do like what we do, please consider subscribing somewhere down there. And thank you to all our current subscribers. Obviously, thank you to everyone that's watched. Thank you for everyone that's supported us.
We're so close now to that 1,000, so anyone that hasn't already subscribed, please do.
Hopefully when you watch this we'll have achieved it. But anyway, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, carrying on.
We'll be back tomorrow, and thanks again, finally, Janine. Cheers.